plot chooses who will go and who will
Is he
stay.
stuck in there?
I've been chosen. Farewell, my friends. I go on to a better place.
Yikes. Welcome back to Unreal Reality, the only channel bringing you the previous week's creepiest, weirdest, spookiest, scariest, most unexplainable, most viral, most outlandish TikToks, conspiracy theories, and videos caught on camera found on the internet and dark web. This week, I got creepy TikToks that'll keep you up all night. Please, guys, hit that like button so this video is recommended to others. And if you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button so you never miss another video from us again. With all that out the way, guys, let's get right into it, y'all.
These fish come back to life upon contact with water. You're about to see something mind-blowing. These fish are completely dried out. The person filming shows that you can cut a small piece of their fin, and they don't react. They are simply in a state of dormancy, entirely devoid of any moisture. As soon as you pour water on them, as you can see on their mouths, the fish come back to life. It's incredible. So far, we don't yet understand how this capability works, because it's astonishing that they can stop living and then come back to life upon contact with water. Some specimens of these fish can live for several hundred years due to their ability to enter dormancy by completely drying out. They developed this capability because they live in Africa, where there are sometimes extreme heat and water shortages for several seasons. This species has adapted to these climatic disruptions, developing this unique trait. Let me know what you think in the comments.
I don't know. I have no idea. With AI and editing programs out there so good nowadays, it is so hard to try and decipher what's real and what's BS. So I don't know, guys. What do you think? Throw it in the comments if you have any insight or info on this clip. Listen, what I want to know is what actually was said that triggered this woman to run after an 8-month pregnant woman with a baby. Lunatic.
The FAA is investigating another mid-air scare involving passenger planes. Audio captured the confusion in the cockpit.
Wait, who's cleared to take off on 2A?
Watch as a Delta plane was taking off from Syracuse, New York yesterday. At the same time, an American Eagle flight was about to land. From the video's angle, it appears the planes came dangerously close as a stunned police officer watches, seemingly convinced the planes were about to collide. According to flight data, the planes were separated by 700 to 1,000 feet vertically, but it's unclear how close they were horizontally. It comes after another mid-air scare involving a United Airlines plane.
Give you a heads up. The tower called, they think that you lost a tire on the takeoff.
A Boeing 757 lost a tire after taking off from Los Angeles. Passengers were told by the flight crew to brace before the plane landed safely in Denver.
I have no idea what is wrong with our airlines, but I'll tell you what, somebody better get a handle on this quick, fast, and in a hurry.
This morning, the fact a 12-year-old Michigan boy is alive is nothing short of a miracle. He was trapped underwater for nearly 8 minutes and survived. It happened last month at the Avista Resort in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. This newly released surveillance video shows 2 boys in an unguarded lazy river pool. Signs posted near the pool indicating no lifeguards were on duty. The boys were playing over a drain when one of them lifted a grate and somehow got stuck.
The child is stuck in the drain at the pool.
Watch closely. You see the boy's head slip underwater. The other boy tries to pull him out but can't. After he's been under for a minute and a half, the other boy yells for help. A woman nearby water. The other boy tries to pull him out but can't. After he's been under for a minute and a half, the other boy yells for help. A woman nearby runs over.
He's drowning right now. We need somebody now.
It's chilling to watch the desperate battle to save him. At a minute 55, a vacationing Pennsylvania corrections officer reaches the submerged child and struggles for several minutes, attempting to free the boy. Incredibly, he also performs mouth-to-mouth resuscitation underwater.
I was giving him underwater breaths to try and keep him, alive.
When police officers arrive and dive in to help, the boy's been underwater for 7 minutes and 22 seconds. Now all are working frantically to free him. When hotel maintenance turns off the pool's pumps, they're finally able to free him 7 minutes and 40 seconds after he first went underwater. Officers immediately started CPR on the boy. Witnesses say the boy's leg was lodged in a filter pipe, trapping him underwater. The police incident report making clear the video shows the victim opening up the grate. Records show the pool's filtration system had been inspected twice last year and was up to code. The resort, meanwhile, tells NBC News it's thrilled to hear the boy's doing well. With the grates in place, our lazy river is safe for all of our guests. Evidence confirms that the boy and his companion dislodged the grate before he caught his foot in the intake. Sean Skursky was just one of the heroes that night.
I'm just happy that he's alive. Honestly, if it wasn't for everyone that helped me, it probably wouldn't have been the same outcome.
I'll tell you what, if you don't believe in miracles after seeing a clip like this, I don't know what to tell you, all right? Holding your breath for that amount of time is damn near impossible, all right? I've been a surfer my entire life, and if you can make it to 5 minutes, that's pretty damn impressive, so.
That was illegal. The plate, you can't swing. So you know, you're riding that thing flying up. Oh.
I would have given this man so much business growing up. I was the one who was constantly locking their keys in their car, all right? Total dum-dum up here sometimes.
A Florida man trying to do his best Tarzan impression when things took a bad turn. The man was in a tree getting ready to jump into the water when the branch he was on collapsed. You can see he fell, hitting another branch on the way down. Timber. He dropped about 60 feet. This happened last month. The man says he usually jumps from another branch, and this was the first time he went that high. Amazingly, he only suffered some bruising. Ouch, yeah.
But did he do the Tarzan call?
I don't think he ever got it out. He started, and then it turned into
it was cut off.
Turned into a different call.
And I have a feeling he'll do it again,
right? You know.
Probably.
Ouch instead of.
He's from Florida. Freaking Florida man. I'll tell you what, this should have been one of them clips where it's like, tell me you're from Florida without saying you're from Florida.
This video was just released on June 22nd, 2024, so just the other day, and it hasn't been seen by many at all, only garnering a few thousand views. The exclusive video comes from a trail camera placed in the woods. It was placed to monitor a hunter's feeding area and to watch the wildlife that comes by. But at around 2 in the morning, it captured something that sent chills down the hunter's spine.
Oh. I don't know, guys.
First, a little girl in a straggly white dress walks quickly into frame and sits down. Then she quickly stands up again and jogs away as something seems to be following her. A white shadowy presence lurks behind, but becomes more defined as it gets closer and closer to the trail camera. The way it crawls around on the ground doesn't seem human. Its face seems to be featureless except its glowing eyes. It has long dark hair and seems to be wearing a white robe. Everything about this encounter is downright unsettling, and the camera owner still has no clue what to make of it. Some are hypothesizing that this was a lost little girl being chased by a demonic presence. A jinn, to be specific. Jinns are malevolent spirits that come from the Muslim culture. They are said to be able to shapeshift and take on many different forms, including humans.
If you ask me, guys, the creepy part about the video is the little girl all alone running through the woods in a gown at 2 a.m. Not the thing chasing her. That looks like a dog or a wolf or some sort of an animal, right?
Disney World bans all tattoos inside their theme parks. This decision is an effort to make the theme parks more family friendly. In fact, Disney may permanently ban anyone who is caught displaying a tattoo in their parks. Those who have permanent tattoos have a few options. The first and easiest option is to no longer go to Disney World. In fact, many people are saying that if Disney doesn't respect their choices, then they don't want to give them any more money. The second option is getting your tattoos removed permanently, however many people find this to be expensive and painful. The third option is to cover your tattoos, which is by far the easiest option, but also the riskiest. If any of your tattoos are showing, Disney may send security guards to pick you up and escort you out of the park, even if it's just an inch of the tattoo revealed. Of course, there are a few exceptions to this rule. Once Maui's tattoo shop opens in the Magic Kingdom, which we reported on earlier, Disney will allow those tattoos to be shown in their parks. In fact, many people are speculating Disney's banning tattoos to drive more business to this new shop. For more on this, click the link in our bio or visit mousetrapnews.com.
I don't know what they're trying to do, okay? I thought we had made major strides with tattoos over the last, 5-10 years. I have basically a full arm sleeve, and I remember a time where they had to be covered, period, in any job. Nowadays, not so much. Just the other day, my bank teller, I noticed, had neck tats, so I don't know what Disney's trying to pull, right? I bet you if I walked into Disney with blue hair, though, no problem with that. Teen jumps aboard and stops speeding runaway boat. Oh, he's on the Wave Runner. Now he's on the boat. Cool. Tom Cruise, you better step aside. Yo, did you see my man? He skilled that. He hopped on there like he was a pro, all right? You could have told me that this was a scene out of a movie, and I would have had no idea that it wasn't. What? Come on. That was a fake arm, right? He had to have had a fake arm in the sleeve. Because there's no other way that could have happened, right? Right?
You guys know the soda Sierra Mist?
Yes. Yeah.
There is an influencer named Sierra Mist. Pepsi sent her a cease and desist. She looked it up. Their trademark had lapsed. She bought it.
Oh no. Holy shit.
They tried to buy it from her for like $10 million and she said no.
What?
And now she's like leveraging it. Someone on their team didn't renew their trademark. That shit's supposed to be like an auto renewal.
No, I know. For something that big.
Yikes. I love a corporate exploit.
I love an underdog winning.
What a Giga Chad. What a move. What a move from this young lady. Good job. Good going. GG's to you, girl.
One place you do not want to be right now is India. India is having one of the hottest heat waves in human history, even melting roads. Temperatures in India are as high as 60 degrees Celsius. If you're wondering how hot that is 140 degrees Fahrenheit. And the weirdest part is only India is suffering this right now. And it's the entire country. No surrounding countries are having problems like tires literally melting off the rim and plastic trash cans melting on the roads. To make things even worse, India is amidst of a water crisis. Yearly 200,000 people die due to inadequate water source. And over 70% of the population does not have access to drinking water. As this heat wave just started days ago, over 100 people have passed away due to heat exhaustion and heat stroke. The heat wave is causing people to do this. Literally sell chunks of ice that will melt within 10 minutes. Indian government is also in a standstill. When cops and military personnel arrive, there's really not much they can do because even they don't have drinking water. And most of the people in this country don't even have regulated air conditioning. And it's only beginning.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think selling ice in 140 degree weather is the play, guys. You know what I mean? Like, he said that the ice melts in 10 minutes. I bet you it's more like 10 seconds. If he had any types of smarts, they also said there was a water crisis. He would take all the ice that he has and just melt it in the water and sells the water. Big brain. Who's that, my wife? weeks. I wonder what my man did. She is pissed.
I heard you didn't give Pretty Girls tickets.
We don't.
Oh!
Sign here.
Got her.
Man, what type of fish is this? Watch this fish. Soon as he get out the water, look what he do. The nigga turned into a fucking bird, man. This shit crazy, man. Fish out of water. Bird. I'm done.
What the fuck kind of fish is it? If anyone knows what kind of fish that is, the name of it, put it in the comments, guys. I'm tripping over here. I don't know what that just was.
2 American astronauts who are stuck on the International Space Station much longer than planned. CBS's Mark Strassman on why there's no date yet for them to come home.
Nora, Starliner's troubles are all in its service module under the capsule, but it gets tossed aside before the crew re-enters Earth's atmosphere, which means engineers have to study those problems while it's in space.
This is a tough business that we're in. Human spaceflight is not easy in any regime.
NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams talked today from space about Starliner's issues. 5 helium leaks, 5 maneuvering engines that failed. But they say they're not worried.
I have a real good feeling in my heart that the spacecraft will bring us home, no problem.
Starliner's crew plan to spend about 1 week at the space station. They've been there 5 weeks, and NASA said today they'll come back to Earth no sooner than the end of July.
No. Sadly, you are mistaken, my friend, okay? Starliner's trouble is that it was made by Boeing. Period. Period. That's it.
Simpsons almost did it again. The dude who wrote this had to be a time traveler, bro. Not only did they predict that Trump will be running for president, but they predicted that he was gonna die in 2024. And now they trying to assassinate him in 2024? Arrest the dude for The Simpsons, bro.
Listen, please forgive me. I don't want to be the one sitting here telling you that Santa Claus isn't real. But The Simpsons aren't time travelers, they don't have a magic ball, and they can't predict the future, guys, okay? They've been on the air for like 100 decades, and they've made so much content and made so many crazy, out-of-this-world predictions that they are bound to get a couple of them right, guys. That's all it is. I hate to be the one to break it to you. There's nothing paranormal going on with The Simpsons, guys.
Do you know that next year Japan is going to build a space elevator from Earth to space? That means now a human being can go to space with the help of an elevator. Now, even though you may find it science fiction to hear this, but it is absolutely true. This space elevator will take you about 36,000 kilometers from Earth to space. The work of this space elevator will start in 2025 and will end by 2050. This space elevator will be connected to a carbon nanotube cable from Earth to space, which is 20 times stronger than steel. And to support this elevator cable, 2 satellites will be combined to create a large base station, which will be able to support the entire elevator system. Let me tell you that in 2018, scientists at Shizuoka University tested a mini elevator in space. And now, based on that, the work of this elevator will start in 2025. Drop a 100. If you read this far, this shows that you are the part of 0.01% who actually finished what they start. If you are serious about changing life, then make sure to join our movements by living us a follow.
Yeah, and let me guess, Akon City is going to be ready the same time, right? Like, what do we need an elevator to space for? You know what I mean? It's going to cost an insane amount of money, and what? We'll take people up and down. Ooh.
Oh, look at that. Oh my God.
This is crazy.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Go. Yes.
Oh yeah? And what are you gonna tell me next? Pigs can fly? My guy, the water is probably 3 or 4 feet deep at best.
Lena.
I love it. I freaking love it. Nothing makes me happier than watching a bunch of touristy kook bennies just getting absolutely annihilated and cleaned up by rogue waves.
Oh, she drinking and putting gasoline on her face. I cannot make this shit up. This her second time doing this. Like, she trying to get all the gasoline out of there and keep licking it and putting it on her face. Look, she finna put it. Oh my God, what the fuck? And she coming towards me. Let me reverse, cause bitch, if I have to hit you.
This lady needs a 12-step program ASAP, guys. All right. Matter of fact, she might need Jesus. I don't know what this lady. She needs to stop drinking gasoline and wiping it all over her face. That's the only thing she needs. She just needs to stop doing that.
A man served his friends and himself tacos made from his own amputated leg, and he even describes what he tastes like. Yeah, the crazier part is that they willingly ate it. So, what ended up happening is he was riding his bike, he got hit by a car, thrown in the woods, and his foot, this is his actual foot, shattered in so many places that the doctors couldn't save it. They actually just had to amputate his foot. Now, when he was going under, he said, "Can I keep it?" And they said, "Well, it's your property. Yes, you can." So his original plan was to freeze dry it and have it taxidermied. He said it'd be really cool to have your foot as a lamp and keep your foot for like life. But he said he couldn't find anybody to take him seriously and nobody to actually do it. So he called up about 11 of his buddies. One of them backed out and said, "Hey, remember that time we talked if we could ever ethically try human flesh? Well, I got us." And I don't know what kind of friends he's hanging out with that have those kind of conversations, but they did it. They came over and made tacos out of him. The actual images of it are behind me. I can't really show them on TikTok. I don't believe I can, at least, without getting in trouble. So you can go on the internet and find them. It is pretty entertaining. They actually all ate the taco at the same time. He made fajitas out of them. One of his friends said he spit him back out immediately into a napkin. At the end of the day, he said that he tasted like beef. One of his friends spit him out, and that the weirdest part about the whole thing was that it wasn't really weird at all.
So weird. Like, what kind of friends does this guy have? I'm trying to sit here and think, like, if one of my friends called me and was like, "Yo, bro, I got this amputated foot and I'm dying to see what it tastes like in a taco. You want to come over and join me?" I'd probably say something like, "Yeah, bro, I'm on my way over. I'll be right there." Click, and never, ever see or speak to this person ever again, because I would be frightened of them.
For the first time in Japan right now, diapers for adults are starting to outsell diapers for babies. The country's birth rate hit yet another all-time low last year, and estimates show that in less than 50 years, 40% of their population will be over the age of 65. Diaper maker OG Holdings announced last year that they would stop making nappies for babies and instead focus on ones for adults, and another said that their revenue from adult diaper sales is already double that of those meant for babies. And the thing is, it's not just Japan. Birth rates are falling in countries around the world, not Nigeria though, and by 2050, research from The Lancet shows over 3/4 of the world's countries will not have high enough fertility rates to sustain their population size over time. So if we don't go out with a bang, let's try not go out with a whimper.
Like, what are they doing over in Japan? You hit a certain age, you throw on a set of Depends and just start shitting yourself? I don't get it. In what world would adult diapers be outselling baby diapers? How does that make any sense, guys?
Who owns the rights to the interior of the Great Pyramid? NASA.
What?
They also own the rights to a section of the Grand Canyon.
Of course
so
they do.
I took a helicopter down into the Grand Canyon. They said we can't walk to this area. That area I heard had some old carvings or something would be over in this area. So I started trying to walk that way. And this guy pops out of nowhere with all black on, black hat, black military outfit with no logos, and an AR-15, and tells me, "Halt, you can't go any further." I'm like, "Well, why?" I said, "What's going on?" "Well, didn't they tell you couldn't come over here?" I said, "Well, they did, but I'm thinking, I just want to see, what's over here."
Right.
And he says, "You can't come." I said, "Well, why?" What? I said, "Can you just tell me, sir, like, why can't I come over here?" He says, "NASA owns the rights to this section. You can't come over here."
Do you have any theories of why that is?
This got to be technological. Starts in something with space. What's happening is they've discovered something technological about it, and they want to control it.
Somebody needs to look into NASA, all right? They started off as a ocean exploration company, somehow pivoted into space, but they own parts of the pyramids and the Grand Canyon. Seems a little sus if you ask me, guys.
Okay, I'm recording. Okay, I need to get a money order for $0.00, please, to pay a fine that I owe $0.00 for, that my license was suspended for zero.
She got receipts.
My license was revoked for $0.00. $0.00. So I would like to have a money order for $0.00.
I'll do it, but what the fuck?
Do it, please. Do it. I will.
How you gonna make a lady go get a money order for $0.00? Like, in today's day and age, you really can't just press a button and have whatever cleared that she needed cleared.
Okay, put your face in it.
Oh.
Scientists have discovered an ocean 700 kilometers below the Earth's surface and 3 times bigger than all the oceans on Earth combined. This hidden ocean is deep within the Earth's mantle and has made scientists rethink where we get our surface water altogether. A massive underwater hole has also been discovered off of the coast of Mexico, and as of right now, experts know that it is at least 1,300 feet deep, but they have not yet hit the bottom. Scientists have even referred to this hole as a portal, leading many to come up with strange theories or believe that this hole leads somewhere further than people may think. Now, this reminds me of the Bible verse in Genesis where it talks about God setting the firmament to separate the waters above from the waters below. If you were able to get to the bottom of the ocean, there will probably be a barrier, and beyond this barrier would be even more water. Others have been bringing up the inner or Middle Earth theory again, believing that some of these ocean holes may lead to different parts of our world deep within that we don't even know exists. Now, obviously, it's a theory, but I have to admit that there's been some really strange anomalies going on with our oceans in the last couple of years. Just to give a couple examples, huge red lights were photographed in the Pacific Ocean last year, and the ocean anomaly coming from Antarctica that we were initially told was a glitch is now back and even changing shapes.
How in 2024 did we not know this? Just saying, guys.
90% of Americans would die. 300 million people wiped off the map just like that. And how long did you say that would take? 9 months. And what does it look like if our power grid goes down? If we truly have an outage that is nationwide, that lasts 9 months, the EMP Commission, which is a commission that was mandated by U.S. Congress, they found that as many as 90% of Americans would die. 300 million people wiped off the map just like that. And how long did you say that would take? 9 months.
9 months? That's all it would take? I hope we have like insane safeguards for something like this, because that is something that scares me.
I'm 37 and it has been in my freezer for 37 years. And I was always told it was like a wedding cake top.
Adam Smith had been living in this apartment, taking care of his mother who passed away from cancer just days ago. He showed us a photograph of a wrap box that was in his freezer. He said his mother kept it inside their freezer for decades and told him to stay away from it. He opened it after she passed away.
There was a pink blanket, baby blanket, and when I reached down and touched it, and I could feel a foot, and I could see the baby's head with hair was still attached to it.
He's distraught thinking about the possibility that that child may have been his sister and what his mother may have done. Preliminary testing led investigators to believe the child was wearing clothes made in the mid to late 1960s and that he was younger than 1 year old when he died. The baby was never legally named, police say.
This is absolutely terrifying, okay? Listen, either my man is slow, which is very possible, okay, or maybe he has something to do with it, because you can't tell me that this guy really believed for 37 years, hidden and wrapped up and stuffed in the back of the freezer, was a little bride and groom from the top of the cake. Nope, I ain't buying it, y'all.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit right there. Look at that shit.
Where is he? It looks like he's at like a mini mart or like a convenience store. What could he have stolen? What could he have stolen that he is really trying to battle ram his way out of there?
Don't watch this if you're a germaphobe. When somebody blows out the candles on a birthday cake, there's a 1,400% increase in the bacteria on the frosting. 91% of the adults on the planet pick their nose. There are little mites that live on your face that don't have anuses. So when they die, they leave a lifetime full of poop on your cheeks. We all know money is super dirty, but did you know that 80% of the money in the US is covered in cocaine? A sick person's cough can contain 200 million viruses. 72% of shopping carts contain fecal matter. Only a third of restaurant employees wash their hands when they're supposed to. 70% of the germs you come in contact with at the gym can unalive you. For example, the treadmill at the gym has more germs than a toilet seat does. A scientific study on makeup counter testers found that 40% of them contained staph, and 28% of them contained mold. Fun fact, I worked at Sephora. Don't use those testers. We used to throw them away because of what people did to those testers. Think of what happens when we don't see them do that shit to the testers. Don't use that shit.
Honestly, I didn't hear anything past bugs with no anuses. That was it. That was it for me, guys. I was clocked out after that one. Listen, if you've made it this far in the video, guys, huge thank you goes out to y'all. You are freaking rock stars. Leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Hit that like button, and we'll catch y'all next week. Peace.